Today's talk is called How to Have a Dramaless Life. So you want to know how to have a dramaless life? Die. Thank you very much. Have a good rest of the week. No, just kidding. Life is an epic adventure. We need to go into our lives and feel all of it. Can you imagine paying $15 to go see a movie where the hero sat around, smiled, enjoyed the company of others, and this went on for 2 hours and everything was fine, no drama occurred? Would you pay to see that movie? And yet, I hear people all the time just dying to have a dramaless life, as if that would be any fun. Now, I know drama can get hard. It can get, uh, uncomfortable and all these things, but it's what makes for the epic adventure. Drama leads to the extraordinary. My life has been extraordinary and full of drama. But the thing about drama is we work through it. It's how we work through it. But before I get to the how, let's talk about what inspires you. Where do you get your inspiration from? Is it the Dalai Lama, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King? For me, it's not just those, but people like Odysseus, a fictional character of the Odyssey and what he went through. These are all these people. The Dalai Lama kicked out, exiled from his own country. Gandhi having to go through all those fasts to get people on board to be peaceful. His life was not drama-free. Mother Teresa, in a country where Christianity was not very accepted at the time and still really isn't, and yet she put forth to help the hungriest of people. Martin Luther King, these people went through drama, and they are our heroes. But what they were able to do was stand in their drama and stand in a way that made them heroes. And what I want to tell you today is that you can be the hero of your own story. Dream big. The bigger the dream, the bigger the adventure. There's this great story that I'd heard about the structural engineer, William Moussier, who was in charge of the structural engineering for the Citicorp building, which at the time was the largest building. I think it's 64 stories. And the structural engineering on this thing was extraordinary. But what happened is after the building was finished and people had already moved into it, then he hears from a student that his math was wrong, that if the right storm came along, the whole thing would blow over. Now, being a man of integrity, he let everybody know this was the case and spent millions of dollars of his own money to get it fixed so that the Citicorp building would not fall. This is a man who dreamed big and then played big, made a huge mistake, fixed it, and went on to then engineer many other extraordinary buildings. He had an amazing career because he was willing to play large. And when you play large, there's just no telling what's going to happen with that. So it's how we respond to drama that makes all the difference. How he responded it was to just stay up front. Hey, I made a mistake. We got to fix this and I'll pay. Millions we're talking about. So do you think Ernest Holmes didn't have to deal with any drama? Yeah. He wrote this. Mental science, which is the science of mind and spirit, makes a tremendous claim when it states that it can free the individual from the bondage of sickness, poverty, and unhappiness. But it makes this statement without hesitation and without qualification. It does not retract from that claim, and it never will. It does, however, carefully set forth the conditions under which it operates and the laws governing life, warning people that unless they understand these conditions and obey these laws, they will not receive the full benefit of the science of mind. So does that mean he had it together and everything was drama-free in his life? This man who stood for science of mind? Right before his death, not right before his death, but close before he died, all of a sudden there was this tremendous split in the church. All of a sudden the minister stood up and said, you guys at home office are being way too bossy for us. We're breaking free and starting our own organization. This teaching that stands in oneness, split into two-ness, very close to before Ernest died, becoming RSI and united. Now, he of course, went into spiritual mind treatment about this. It never got fixed before he died. 50 years later, those two organizations are now one again. But he didn't get to see that happen. But he never backed down from what he believed in, even though he never got to see that happen. So this is the opportunity in our lives. You don't want to live a drama-free life. It's boring. What you want is to handle that drama in a way that makes your life the epic adventure and makes you the hero of it. Stand in the science of mind. Stand in knowing the truth of what treatment can bring you. Stand in the high place of knowing that your life is extraordinary. Thank you. I love you.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of